My early years were really difficult. My father left when I was very young, and so my mother was left to raise me, my 14-year-old sister who was expecting her first baby by then. And so I have no great fond memories of my early years, but what I do know that I got out of my early years was a desire and a drive that I would somehow, some way succeed and get out of the situation that we were living in. And I think that's what gave me the drive that I have and how I've ended up here as a result. I think the person that had the biggest impact for me was Professor Generalis. Thought I had I was born to debate and to argue, and so he offered me a position as his teaching assistant, and then also offered me a position as the secretary for the International Council on World Affairs, which he was involved in. And he's the one that said, you need to go to law school. The characteristics I most value in a leader are, number one, honesty. Honesty in a leader is so important because if you can't trust that your leader is telling you the truth, then you're going to second guess everything that your leader wants you to do. And you have to know that they're not trying to manipulate you, they're not trying to get you to do something you wouldn't normally do, something that's out of character for yourself, by telling you something that's not true and by making you believe something that's not true, because then that's not a leader. There are so many women that inspire me. There are women from back in history to more modern day heroes. But then I look at the young women that I work with and I get inspired by them every day. I see them struggling with the work-life balance. They want to have a great career, they deserve a great career, but they want to have family and they want to be good mothers and they want to be good spouses. And so I'm inspired by them to see every day what they get up and they do and what they accomplish and how hard they work at it. I would say to my younger self, and as I say to many young women, don't listen to what others say about you. They are not who you are. You are who you believe you are. And it's interesting because I finally got it when I was listening to another woman speak, and she was one of the first children to integrate a school in the South. And she was talking about what it was like to be this little black child in an all-white school and not to be wanted there. She came home crying and said to her mom, I don't want to go back. And her mother said, do not let them change you. You are who you believe you are, and you are the strongest, and I get emotional even talking about it, you are the strongest person that I know. And her mother said to her, if you're what someone else thinks you are, then think the coins in my pocket and I will be rich. Meaning, if someone thinks I'm rich, then I'm rich? No, I'm not rich just because someone else thinks I'm rich. Now, if I think I'm rich, even if I make very little money, but I feel rich, then I am rich. And so that is the most important advice that I could give to myself. I wish I hadn't had to spend 10 years in my career before I learned it, and that I would give to anyone starting out in their career, and particularly women.